In this lesson 3C on JFrames, you will understand how to use the J option pane dialog boxes and create simple JFrames for GUI-based applications. And you will be able to display simple picture images. This lesson will barely scratch the surface of what is possible using these cool tools. The serious and interested student is highly encouraged to delve into the vast and rich array of tools available to further the GUI development skills required for a significant application. See a tutorial link at the end of the lesson for possible further study. Let's start with something simple, a GUI Hello World program. GUI means Graphics User Interface. Consider this the lab for this lesson. Type it in as you go along and test it each time to make sure it works. This is a special feature called a JOptionPane.ShowMessageDialog box. It allows you easily to create a simple message to the user inside a predefined frame with several possible features. You can see in the program, inside of main, JOptionPane.ShowMessageDialog, and in parentheses you have a null parameter followed by a string, and concatenated to it another string, which spells out, "Hello world, my name is John, welcome to my first GUI program." The JOptionPane class also provides a simple input mechanism using the ShowInputDialog feature. Here you can see a JOptionPane.ShowMessageDialog, the first one that we had, and then a second one that says string name is assigned JOptionPane.ShowInputDialog, please tell me your name. And then inside of that is a box where you have the opportunity to type in your name and click OK. This can retrieve information that can be used in another dialog box or however you need to use it. So here, after we've retrieved name using the second dialog box, we do another show message dialog that uses the value name, and you can see, "Hello John, let's get started." There is a little bit more to explain about using these two dialog boxes, but for now this will suffice for our purposes. We'll set them aside for now and proceed to JFrames. Since the Hello World Swing class extends the JFrame class, we can construct an object of this class, compile it, and execute it. However, not much shows up, just a plain window, not very impressive, and not really the JFrame anyway. To actually see the JFrame object, you must use the setVisible command, as you can see in the code. A little better, but still not too impressive. Also, when you click out of it, the accompanying black box provides no press any key option. Not good. To fix that problem, you must include this command, me.setDefaultCloseOperation jframe.ExitOnClose, which brings back the press any key message on exiting the window. Depending on your platform, you might need to include this command to make all your menu buttons appear. jframe.setDefaultLookAndFeelDecorated. True. Unfortunately, this little JFrame window still is not impressive. It needs more, don't you think? How about a title? A name, perhaps? Let's do it. What do you think? Better? No? The window title doesn't show up. Perhaps if we stretch out the window a bit, there it is. Perhaps we could control the size so the title shows up immediately without having to stretch it out. Bigger, but still no title showing. Adjust the first value until your window is wide enough. It may need to be larger than 200. Just keep trying until you can see the title. The set size command sets the width and height of the JFrame. Now let's try to control where it first opens on the screen. Up to this point, the JFrame default location is at the top left corner of the desktop, location 00. Changing it to 100, 100 using the setLocation method causes this to happen. Notice the window top left corner is now further into the desktop, specifically at position 100, 100. There is a command, setBounds, that combines these two control aspects of location and size. The first two parameters indicate the location and the next two the size. So in setBounds below you see 100, 100, 200, 100, which produces the location 100, 100 and the size 200, 100. Let's look for a moment at the DOS window that shows up each time. Notice that normal console output shows up in it. Before we proceed any further, let's talk about the underlying structure of a JFrame. It is one of three top-level containers that are used in GUI applications. The other two are JApplet and JDialog. Below is the basic structure of the JFrame class. It is derived from the frame class, which extends the window class. It has a menu bar and a content pane into which all other components are placed. One of the components that can be added to the content pane is the JLabel, an object created using a string. To add the JLabel, you must first get the content pane, then add components to it. Turns out that's not really necessary after all. JFrame has overridden the add method so that it will automatically add a component to the content pane even without the getContentPane method call. It makes it a lot easier. Now let's try to add another JLabel. The first one disappeared. Looks like this town ain't big enough for both of us, reckon? There must be a better way, and there is. First, add both labels to add another component, the J panel. Now they both show up. You can even use a GIF file when creating a JLabel, as you see here. The GIF file must be accessible to the Java class, best located in the same folder, or close enough to make a path that is easy to include. Take a moment and find a picture you would prefer to use. It can be a GIF, or a JPEG, or a PNG file. Go ahead and pause to find something now, and then save that picture to the same folder as this Java file. To enable icon inclusion, you must use the ImageIcon class, as shown. Be sure to make your window large enough to see it all. You may also have to grab and stretch the side over a bit to make the image show up. Summary. In this lesson, you have learned the basics of creating JOptionPane dialog boxes, as well as creating a simple JFrame that contains various components, such as panels, labels, and pictures. As was pointed out at the beginning of this lesson, to do some serious GUI application development takes much more than was presented here. The Oracle website tutorial shown below has much more to see. You should check it out.